everyone, welcome to the second episode of RS PodChats. And today we are going to discuss a very serious issue which has been making our headlines recently. We have heard about the death of 26-year-old employee from well-known company Pune, and also another incident where a lady from well-known bank has been died recently. And what was the reason? The reason was the work pressure, the work-related stress. So how we are addressing those issues that we are going to talk today, and what kind of solutions we are looking forward to the future to avoid such devastating events. So we have the founder of Wanderfly, Tharun, Mr. Tharun here. So let's welcome him. Welcome to the show, Tharun. So can you tell us about your take on this and what your company does around this?
Firstly, thank you so much for having me, guys. I know what is this? Definitely the reason or the incident what you have mentioned is something that's there on IDs. Many people have already spoken about it. To be very honest, we are pretty young startups. I don't think so. I can give a validated take on it, but I can put an opinion, and the opinion is something which is personal to me. So because we are building in workplace well-being companies. So when we tell workplace well-being company, we want to make sure that it was happy, which again will have that implementation of productivity and make sure that they don't leave the retention and reducing the attrition. These are the some things that what we are working on. So if you ask me about what exactly Wanderfly does or something, we are in workplace well-being companies which helps companies to reduce attrition and retain top talent in the organization. And how do we do that? It's through our well-being programs. So when we name well-being programs, you can consider it as in meditation, yoga, therapy sessions, Zumba, Pilates, any type of well-being, whatever the company needs, we are there to provide. Because we have already done it from past 2 years, 2.5 years or so. And regarding the incident, what I've mentioned, definitely great views when it comes to that people have to know what exactly is happening. The reason behind telling it's a great news or something, I feel this is an alarm. Okay, this is an alarm like what everybody needs to hear, especially in the startup culture or in the IT sector or whatever it's happening. And I did hear a lot of perspectives. I had conversation with many founders after this, and at the same time, I did whenever we have our own circle of people, whenever we have this conversation, I did hear different opinions, but my opinion is something. Life is different from work. Yeah. And work has to be one part of life, wherein if you take too much of work into your life, sometimes it may cross the line. And when it crosses the line, definitely we need to take some sort of help from the work people. When I tell work people that only we should be a professional, certified persons, everything. But apart from that, definitely we need to draw that very clear line, what is the work I have and what is the life I have. So I know there are enough founders in India who have told we don't believe in work-life balance. But at least coming from the sector where I'm building, I do believe that should be something what people need to consider. Because, and also if you see the next generation of workforce, the Gen Z, they want to come into the organization, they're very particular about all these things. Because companies do need to value these things, well-being of employees and everything, because there's a very good percentage of what exactly happens why do employees need to consider this company to get into or to get hired? Employee well-being also plays a very, very important role in this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. True, understood. So, can you share your journey? How did you come with this idea? When did you notice that it is very important to address this issue, and your journey about this?
Okay, sure. I think for the people, for the audience, whoever are listening now for us, we are shooting from Bangalore. So yeah. I came to Bangalore in 2017.
Okay.
So the reason behind coming to Bangalore was preparing for civil services. So I prepared for civil service for 5 years, from 2017 to 2022.
Okay.
So I took coaching in the outside areas, just that required my years. And then I stayed there only, and we have gone through many things. UPSC's journey, it has so many ups and downs. Yeah. We prepare for 364 days and we wait for 1 day after prelims examination to actually clear that exam. It's been very harsh, to be very honest. That is something where I've learned to life a lot. And that is a journey what I would suggest many people to go. But at the same time, I tell them not to take that also as much as serious what we have taken in our life. Because we are a match of so many people who came. And right now, I'm the only person who's staying in Bangalore. There's have gone back. They're doing their own things.
Hmm.
So for me particularly, the journey started there from 2017 to 2020. That was the best. In 2022, us we were thinking to start in startup in the space, not exactly in the wedding to be very honest.
Mhm.
We started to build in travel tech or a travel OTA, honest travel agency. That was the initial idea. That is the reason if you see the name also, it's Wanderfly. It's Wanderfly. So it's very close to a travel. That's the reason like you have kept the name the same thing.
Okay.
And the reason being like how did that idea have come is something me and my co-founder like Kishore his name is. So he is something like whom we have met in previous organization where I was working.
Mhm.
So we have the habit of going on the bike rides and everything. So one day we were traveling in Secretary Courts. So we found like bunch of people drive and they're all making like what is this with their own set of people and everything. But we felt that one like we also would have come with a group or something.
Mhm.
So that is when the idea of like travel tech or like travel startup has come.
Okay.
Why don't like we make quality people like whoever what is this? Unknown people come together and travel together and make memories.
Yeah.
That was the one like what we had. And then we figured out like to get into that thing, we need little money, we need a lot of support, and that becomes a B2C startup.
Yeah.
Customer acquisitions would be very costly. We did try few things, we did not work out. And then parallelly we were working on the same things, like whatever it's happening on the other side of our personal lives as well.
Mhm.
All these things. And then, okay, B2C is not going to work. Why don't we try B2B? Where like every company will do an offset or something.
Mhm.
Where like, okay, we'll do that thing. But again, we calculate it's like something, there are so many big players already out there. And offset is something where it's completely, how do you know that companies, people had everything? We need to have that complete resources like kept all over the world for you.
Mhm.
For us again, the printing startup, like two people who are trying to figure out things, who have not done any network, nothing.
Mhm.
Like we are just sitting in one room preparing for UPSC. That's something like what we have done.
Okay.
So we don't have we never had any network or something like that.
Mhm.
So that is the reason we stopped that also. That specific time is something where we felt burnout for us.
Okay. Stress.
Yeah. So that is something like stress you can consider like anything.
Mhm.
And then being an UPSC aspirant or something, I did not use the habit of reading. So that is where I started reading a lot regarding Harvard Business Reviewers and all these things, Forbes, everything, what are they release once in a while.
Mhm.
Then I figured out, okay, this is something like what we are also having, but we don't know what it is. And what is stress, what is well-being, what is psychology, what is therapy, and everything. Luckily, as I told Kishore, like was my co-founder of our, so he has done masters in psychology.
Mhm.
So he has been my helping hand like to talk about all these things. He told like, oh, this can be, this is what. Then they started talking with a lot of people. My friends, there's so many people to talk with, so many people in IT.
Mhm.
So when I get in interaction with them, the one thing what I've heard from them is that, Tharun, we wait for that 2 days, Saturdays.
True.
Wait for that one Saturday and Sunday night, such that we'll be happy and maybe want to chill out or something.
Mhm.
Otherwise, then we'll work that, we do the OTs, overtimes and everything.
Mhm.
And then we'll get a cop off and we'll take other 3 days also off.
Mhm.
So, which means and then I started asking like, do you feel stress or something? What good number of people have really told me that huge stress in the workplace. Not only because of the work job,
Mhm.
it might be personal life also, it might be work life also, anything.
Mhm.
We are not, like for me, at least my idea is something I don't completely with that. Work is the only reason. But how do you manage it also makes a lot of difference.
True.
So that is something after speaking with a lot of people, a lot of great strong, like for months together and everything, then the birth of Wanderfly have taken years. Need a more proper like the only concern for me was that I don't wanted to change the Wanderfly name. So that is something. And then we have to, this is a story which is actually which we went through. And which we have all through all of the journey, and later we figured out, okay, there's so many things that what companies need and everything. Then I spoke with a lot of people. There are so many trainers with us. For example, we have celebrity trainers like yoga trainers like in our team.
Mhm.
And there are like chief psychologists who are like from big organizations like who are backing us. So that conversations have actually made me think, okay, this is something bigger thing that's going to grow a lot.
Mhm.
And to be very honest, like one thing about what UPSC have taught me something, the reason they're getting in the UPSC or something, I need to contribute to my rapid. I need to contribute to people, I need to contribute to society, like, which has given me a loss.
Mhm.
Today, if I'm sitting here is something, this was support from the society, which I'm thinking, I don't think so I would have done this. And second thing was obviously my mom, like the biggest support like what I have. She always like push me, like something, like figure out what I want to be. That one explore it or something. For sure, was in the lot of things. And that's when you figure out, okay, what is this happening? Like it does, like why this cycle? Like same cycle you're following, like going, getting up, going to office, coming, like again if you ask, if somebody asks how you're feeling, that is the most difficult question that what I've heard from people.
True.
That's like, how's your day going? Most difficult question is like people like, yeah,
We're just surviving, managing to do it.
managing. So I mean, that's not from here you left for it. Other than that, we wanted to give whatever many people have started practicing this lifestyle. We'd rather give that to the company. There was the put it out and give for every employee. Give that like whatever we have felt like in our life after practicing. For example, Kishore is someone like who has been practicing yoga from very in childhood. He knows the benefits out of it. And then I've taught I've learned from him. I practice few other things. So then I've seen with myself like this is going to help. And then we figured out, and then we did case studies, figuring out whether the company is about to take it or not. And definitely not telling that we are the only one who was doing the full purpose of to life. And I really love each and every company who was actually contributing in the case, because this space is something, if you see from the benefits of the valuation part of it, this space like I want thousands of other companies also to come in. I don't mind like what is, I'm not talking about business here, but this is something validation. This is something like what people want to have.
Really want to have that in life.
The awareness part of it. At one point, 2 years back, 2.5 years back, people used to tell like there's no awareness. But right now you can see, if you open Instagram, if you open in there's so good a lot of people talking about it. How much well-being is important, how taking breaks are important, how keeping that one week off in the middle of my month and like going wow, going with the family life helps them to rejuvenate a lot. So these all things people are speaking in a lot. Now comes a part of adoption. How many people are adapting? How many companies are adopting this kind of a methodology in their organization?
Yeah.
This has been a journey as of now for us. It's been 2.5 years. I would tell it's okay.
Okay.
I hope it will be great.
Yeah, I think it will be great because this is a burning issue that we are currently targeting. Okay.
Because I believe in something called it's a business for the end of it, but at the same time, are you solving any pain point? If you're not able to solve that pain point, it will sustain 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, but over a period of time might fizzle out. So that is the reason. The reason behind we building is also something. How many people are actually wanting listening? Do people really what we have learned for a period of time? And yeah, journey has been ups and downs, but we are not going to stop this. What again?
Okay. That's great. Great to hear that, Tharun. Thank you so much for explaining each and everything about the Wanderfly. Yes. So I think that innovation comes with a set of pressure, and you need the creativity for that. So what do you think about it? Like, the stress is important in our life to create something, to innovate something. What do you think around this?
I think it's a question like what the proper psychologist can actually give you a proper answer, to be very honest. I can put what is my understanding about stress or something. Okay, when you completely wrong answer as well. Psychologist expert with the word. But my understanding is this. I would be happy that somebody is correcting me as well. Is that, see, definitely creativity and innovation is something that comes when we are at our peak, when you are at a threshold. I do agree to the statement. And I specifically believe about me, what my mom tells is that Tharun, you cannot work until or unless what comes up to you.
Okay.
That's what like my mom forced me till this day.
Okay.
So if you consider that one phrase like what my mom tells, you can understand what kind of language I have. So I'm that like, ho jayega, like we do it off. So that kind of a person. Whereas like if you consider the same thing with the work life, or in the sector, in IT sector, or corporate sector, startup culture, something, it's not exactly about whether waiting for that pressure or waiting for the stress or something. What I would suggest is something, planning it ahead. See, it's not actually the developers who are sitting in it, right? It's the product manager who plans it. Other CTO like who understands what's the requirement, what if customers want a good thing. The product manager or solution engineer would be able to understand what exactly our customer needs are. And then according to that, like you create, like you do things, you develop in that, you plan the sprints, to plan like complete the schedule of when they go the product is different every day. And it happens say that every department in any organization. Because the minute things also, the minute things also, in an organization, they should be planned. This is not something, it's not related to well-being, nothing. For a company to grow, it should be planned.
Plan. True.
That is something, whatever the people who have learned from is something they're probably very clear. Whereas you should have that vision of what you're going to do in the next 3 months at least. What you want to do. Don't do like all of that and tomorrow you get up on something, you see something, I want that. That's not all. You build the company something that what many people have taught me in a harsh way, also lighter way, and also a little split away also. So, for the question of what you have asked, I would think definitely that pressure is something. If you are able to take the pressure, it's okay. If you feel that it's crossing your limit, tell it very openly, like, I'm not able to do it. I need some ways. Let me bounce back. Because, for example, I work with one of my very closest friends. He's a very good cooperator. So he doesn't he come up with a thought, I'm feeling overwhelmed. I need to take some risk to actually be more creative. Because creative people need that space. And I feel everybody who is working in a work life, who is working in a company or startup, they need to be creative. They need to come up with their own ideas, they need to come up with their own solutions, they need to come up with their own round-trip such that they can give the best for the customer, they can give best for the clients. My idea of like pressure, stress is something is mostly I would suffer in this way.
Understood. And what do you think about the startup culture in Bangalore? Like we all call it like hustle culture. So how it is impacting all of our life, work-life balance, and around that, what you would like to talk about?
See, I think I have two different opinions here. To be very honest, man. First thing, whatever you want to do, you can do. So already in Bangalore, you need it. If you're working somewhere, that's on you. Secondly, definitely, what are your priorities in life? Definitely, Bangalore is meant for startups and everything. Silicon Valley, all this XYZ terms that what people have. Any person will talk about startup there. And one of the most, I don't tell comment, one of the good phrases of what I've learned or what I've heard from Bangalore is that even if you're going in an auto, you can discuss your idea with that auto person. That auto professor will be it'll be very interested to get in the conversation along with you. Okay, and that is what the Bangalore environment is. If you want to go, Bangalore will give you all the opportunities to grow. If you want to sit at place and I want to do only one, it's good. There's nothing wrong in that doesn't, there's nothing wrong with the other part of the dodge. You need to choose what you want. And after choosing, I don't think you can complain. Because that's your choice. Once you step into that thing, whatever it is, like you have to face it. And how do you face it? Find a good mentor. Like how they are telling. Who will tell you who is going too much and over your head, you take rest. Or like you are lucky enough, you're meeting good manager. Like the manager will be able to see, okay, this is something like what? It will take 2 months to complete a project or something. You don't want that kind of a manager who wants to finish in 2 weeks. There's a lot of difference, right? So if you're well versed with what is exactly the company's culture is, who or what and everything, you know like what exactly if you're working at the home, what exactly happens. And then be something again, what exactly happens if somebody is working under you. How you are planning for them. It's again a pressure for you, like how do you want to tap in with those people? How do you read it? Everything. It's a complete, whatever it is, a spider web. If you touch only, like there's so many mismatches you would happen. And the culture, the hustle culture and everything, I should not tell, at least for myself, if I tell that the Tharun is not telling hustling is wrong or something, if Tharun is telling hustling is wrong or something, there are so many of my people whom I consider as a mentor, they're going to meet. The reason being is one of the major complaints when I get about myself is that Tharun, you're not spending time with us.
Okay.
You're not giving time to us. You're not meeting. You're not having the conversations like before. You're not doing this. Because I personally feel first you should do it, then you won't pitch it outside, or then you won't tell it outside. Or that's what Sharma sir tells me. You become something big, then you tell what you want. Otherwise, like, it's not like you be quiet. But to grow something big, then you can tell anything. Otherwise, it's very easy to pinpoint anybody's mistake out. It's very difficult to build something.
Yeah, definitely.
And hustle person for definitely I hustle. At least according to my environment where I'm there, they consider I'm hustling.
Okay.
So for them it's an hustle. And for me, I see above people like over I look up to, they're hustling much more than me. They clock more number of hours in a week than me. If I look up to them, I feel like, dude, they're working a lot. At 30 age, they are working. Around 40-50, they are able to work. Around at 20, they are not able to work. And again, this might be completely wrong comparison. Okay. But this is something even I'm learning over a period of time. Building a startup that mainly is actually what I've learned in the journey of building this Wanderfly is something. It has taught me that who I am as a person. That is something what startup will teach us. Okay, what I have figured out in this journey, what exactly happens. But again, hustling is a choice. You want to hustle, you can. And at the same time, you need to have that boundaries. Boundaries are very, very much. But there are certain things, right? You sleep for 68 hours. That's a mandate a day. 3 times we food at the right time. Now, I would day while flexing, I'm blessed with them with like what is this having that kind of mom for me. Because if I'm speaking, everything is without her. She calls me every day. She'll never have a set day. And she'll ask only one question.
What do you think that Bangalore is supporting the startup culture? Like why we hear only the Bangalore name is a top? How it is supporting? What kind of networking do we build here? From your experiences, can you tell us? Like I have recently came to Bangalore.
Sure.
How is it going to help the entrepreneurs who are listening and in Bangalore?
I think personally Bangalore helps a lot, as I've told prior also. Like if you want to go and grow, Bangalore is one of the places where I request people to be in. Okay, and definitely there are other places also. I'm not denying about Pune. One of the it's very, very, very fast and it's really good.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have Chennai, we have Hyderabad, we have Mumbai. So we have Delhi. But big place, very good places as well. Now the point is, if you ask me like why Bangalore is getting that hearing more names or something, you see, number of people come for an event, right? For example, you conduct an event of one day. 100 people will turn off.
Yeah.
They have 100 people will turn off. And that is something that Bangalore comes up with. And randomly, couple of hours, there will be some these events will be happening. There will be some morning walks will be happening at 6 o'clock. And they'll like come with their football along with that, we'll do networking. Come with their cricket along with that, we'll do networking. So we'll do all this different type of work, and network will add that network.
Networking is the center of everything. Yeah.
So, and that is always the culture has been built. And everybody like whoever works here, like, you know, the companies are growing a lot here. Companies they put down on the funding, getting in the Silicon Valley, all these things and everything. And we get the facilities also with that. For example, you want to get clients in HSR, like you are building a startup or something, and you're doing yourself like B2B or something. Go start your company in HSR. HSR is a business where there are thousands of startups over there. If you're lucky enough, if you're placing one startup over there, if you're getting into 50 CEOs companies, so that point, at least you get the reach, right? You get the brand visibility. So that is something where Bangalore has done really good for a period of time. At least in my experience in the last 1.5 years, where I've hosted few events, where I've been part of very good networking events, where I was a part of like very good network as well. So all these things are built. First of all, we need to step out. Obviously, Bangalore is welcoming. Many people might not agree, but to be very honest with it, Bangalore is so welcoming. It isn't. I feel it's personally like how you are as a person, like how you are taking it as well. For me personally, that's been great. Great 7 years of journey in of Nova.
Okay.
And thus, I've learned a lot from so many people. My mentors are from here. I look after them. It's like Bangalore is like something like wow, I have my whole family. My mom and dad stays back in Andhra. But still, like I have my family here. If anything, for example, I can tell you the most recent one. I got 10 years divorce all at once. 2 at once I got. Okay, and my brother, like, who is the CEO for the company, he is not also the brother of brothers. I met him as part of another organization called BNI, where he came to know that I'm not well. He got with all breakfast, lunch and everything. He got with me, then he sat with me, made me to eat, he took care of me. See, for me, I personally feel for a person, empathy matters a lot. And that is something like what Bangalore is doing.
Okay.
That empathy is something like what I've done, but that empathy is what people are having here. Because many people might think there is only one incident in the world you have. I am a person who wants to look positive in my life. I want to look for those moments in my life. I don't want to stress about something like, well, everybody will have this negative things, everybody will have those ups and downs. There will be work life, personal life, and everything. But if we start making some positive things or whatever happening, well, it's a very good thing to be very honest. Because even like as our parents tell, when you're getting up, get up with a positive thought. Have that mindset, have that positive mindset, get up. Why? Because that's how day continues. That's what I suggest for my team also, I suggest for my own personal family members as well, that you have something good happen in the morning, carrying the same load positive notes. That's why your day will actually be good. Again, it's an affirmation thing like what many people did. It's a mix of affirmation, what we believe, what we trust. And Bangalore, obviously, it's very clear for us.
Okay. Good. You mentioned, Tharun, about the BNI. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so BNI is a network international.
Okay.
This is an organization started in the US. Yeah, so by Ivan by so for 39 years we compared. It started around back. So and then it came to India and how it's been very vibrant community. So Intel it's a referral organization. So Intel it's a referral organization. They are a referral organization where there are no kickbacks or like. And for me, I've joined the C 3 years back, 1.5 years back, part of BNI Royal. They're like in Bangalore, so there's 72 chapters. So these chapters like based on locality, all the different places and but it's more an entrepreneurial network rather than just an person focus on. Where like every person that goes there is an entrepreneur. I'm not telling you that entrepreneur like who makes this AI tech or something. I'm talking about the entrepreneurs like who does like when normal words I can tell like Datta House. So those are the people like who are there. So which people like you name anything they're visiting. You want to play with their people. You want the fiber optic their people. You want to attract their people. You want leadership training their people. You want some side where this idea they'll be having that. To name it any profession thing you find it over there.
Okay.
And the reason being joining BNI meter. As I've mentioned prior, right? 2017 to 2022 I was preparing for civil services. So what happened with civil services is that I never stepped out. I was preparing in my own zone. I was a young zone. And now if I want to go out of that zone and build some network, I didn't know where to start from. That is when like one of my own people have suggested me Tharun, there's something called BNI. You can go on like visit Wanderfly, like it you can join. Then I went there, then I liked it. I joined that like when I didn't have freedom of business idea also. But that is something you just helped me a lot of things, to be very honest. Now BNI Royal is like my part of my family. So that is where I look up to. My mentors are from there who makes good amount of money, who makes good amount of revenue, who makes good amount of profits, to be very honest. They are the ones who have created good amount of value for me. And also like the amount of people like what they're working, making there are so many employees they're working for them, and everybody's a further or they're not one or the who have done good things, to be very honest. And the community vibe is something I want to love the most about the networking part of it, as you have like you mentioned. Even these are the Bangalore has given me this opportunity that Bangalore has given. You want to meet those people. For all these things, as I mentioned, it's about exploring. What do you want? If I don't go find it to figure it out. You want to have a startup. There's so many startup events, Draper startup houses there. You go there, pizza events, like there's own events like pizza numbers. You can be part of it, or like there are specific events. For example, yesterday like this Jubilee that Xbox is happening. There's so many big events happening, there's small events happening, close to 8 hours. So many we should be hearing the what's happening.
Should keep your eyes open and
eyes and
ears open. Yeah.
And you should follow some pages, you should be active on social media. All these tools will actually help me a lot, to be very honest.
Okay. Can you share some of your experiences from those mentors or how they mentored you and any of it? Like you would like to share some story about it?
I want definitely if you ask for the mentorship here before the Bible, there's something I would tell, I don't want to tell it's a business idea, but I would tell in a personal idea. That's okay. So, see, I came to Bangalore and then I found my batch of friends here. And in my UPSC circle and everybody. But then I didn't have the network of professional network and entrepreneur, the founders that I'm happy at. And then I joined BNI as a slowly. And these are the people who have actually like molded me in a way that like where I can learn what's happening. So one, I can tell you, if I remember one thing very properly, consider these are the people who told me, Tharun, 5 days, you have to work hard. They are not telling me to hustle, they're telling me to work hard, know what you're doing. But these are the people who taught me you need to take risks also. You need to have the personal life also. That is something like my brother, like for example, his name is Gautam. Okay, but when I tell brother, he's in the part of this organization where is like more than a family right now. And talk to him a lot. And he's the one who have told me, Tharun, this is what it is. You need to have that personal life. You need to able to spend time. All these steps. Even though now, to be very honest, I'm not able to do it. But that is something what I've learned.
Okay.
That is also very, very important. And then if you ask me from the business angle of our company, there's a person called Solomon Chudeshwar who was who was a VP HR for an, they also considered for the 500 organization.
Okay.
Because we are building Wanderfly, something like which is very, very close to people leader. So he was people leader.
Okay.
So because his career he retired as an VP HR of one bigger organization who are having some 5,000 employees. So he's become a kind of mentor for me. Like if I have any doubts or something, he's a person whom I call up to. So this is what is happening. What can I do?
Okay.
So what should how should I approach this particular industry? How should I approach this particular company? Is that here's the people what they have? How should I approach this tip? So I would tell having a mentor is very, very important. Because these are the people like when you feel like you're in complete darkness, right? These are the ray of hope for you. Will show the way like this is the way see. And you have to catch hold of their hand and like, okay, I'm going with you, like can you help me to cross that?
Leap of faith we had to take with it.
Exactly. So that is something about. And the other thing I would tell about the person called Narada Prabhakar. So Narada Prabhakar sir, he was part of organization called Megabytes before. Right now he's also having Village Foods, which is for like food, catering, and all those things.
Okay.
He also does B2B.
Okay.
B2B, like he has done for Swiss Re, he has done for Rakuten, he has done for the bigger organization.
Okay.
At one point. And now he sold that company. He sold that company for a good amount of money.
Okay.
And like when I tell good amount of money, you can consider like it's a very good amount of money what they've sold for.
Okay.
And he's a person that what many food tech entrepreneurs want to meet.
Okay.
Okay, but due to my network, due to my whatever I spend time, just people whenever out. So he is like my one day like turn this the way.
Okay.
And what I've learned from these people is that even though they're India first of all. Second thing is like they've achieved so many things in life. But still the hunger for learning is something like which I always in a wish. But see, it's like it's always there. It's always there for us. Like what's these are? Any new tech aspect, make new AI, this thing, what is the user of this AI, what are these, this, that, everything. So this is something what I've learned from them, like that hunger for learning should never die.
True.
This is something that what I've learned from my mentors a lot. And this has actually made me to put the same before whatever I've told in my whole organization. And that is what is helping us to grow, take that one step at a small steps. Where like these people believe in like, my mentors believe in like, they don't believe in that hyper growth, exponential growth, they don't believe in all that. Even I'm a person like who is completely okay with taking that very small steps, step by step. I said, okay, grow, but grow.
But
don't stop.
But
grow. Even if it's very small, but grow. Take that very, very calculated risky steps and grow. So that is what is these are all the things like what my mentors especially have taught me. Even though they never had this one-to-one coaching or something with me, but they sat with me for 20 hours. They tell me this was more like normal conversation or something. That is where I think people have to have those golden lights with what they talk in between.
True. I think when we sit with these people with the higher mindset, I think we get a different kind of push and different kind of learning. You will say that that they are doing that much at this age. Why we are not able to do this much at this age? Yes, it's all right.
This question is something that whenever I see them, this is a question very common thing. Today or the street thing. They get up very early. But they have the very schedule is very perfect for them. They have to take POSH after.
They are trained themselves like that. The mindset is like that.
Wouldn't the perfect without there like that. What I've observed is that like they know what they want to be.
Okay, clarity.
They're very clarity. They have the clarity of it.
They're just chasing their next
what they wanted. And that's the difference with the clarity of going and hustling. For one you're hustling, you're not knowing the disturb boy, but to proceed towards it. Go and have a vision towards what you're going. They're just going.
No, that's a hustle. True definition.
And that's when I feel it.
Then my next question is, why do you think that companies are not proactive in taking that initiatives about the well-being?
See, at least in my journey of Corona beers is only considering that part of my experience on the talking of the husband, because there are so many giants who are already this in the past 10 to 15 years. I looked up like for so much of inspiration from them because they figured out this is the proper segment. It was going to come from many years. If you ask me why they are not doing it, first I want to come to the other side of it. I'll tell you why companies have to do it. That will make you answer like what are the questions you've asked. Many employees nowadays they're not really looking for salary. Okay, before joining an organization, they are seeing what are the perks the companies providing.
True.
Okay, one among that can be business insurance. One among that can be like whether they're in well-being. How many offsets they have. Whether what was the culture of the organization. How easy founders are reachable or not. How easy to go and get conversation with them. So these are the 5 to 6 factors which companies or which people are actually seeing in taking over. Not only the money. Okay. I'm not talking about the people who are starting the career, but who are actually transitioning the careers. Well, they're very, very particular about that. And second thing about that, over the very senior person also, they're very, very particular about this stage. If you want to have a leadership hire or something, we just talk about what they're looking at. Because if company is ready to pay some 80 LP or something for a leadership position or something, there are no who are ready to pay 1 crore also per annum.
Correct.
But what is the differentiation? What you can do is like, we do this with big company. And why do companies have to invest in this thing? For example, there's a start. They start with things like for every $1 you spend on your employee, because of your well-being, you get $4 of return on investment. This is due to their productivity, due to their not having greater burnouts, not taking absence, not using all their like whatever the company provides, not exhausting those states. So they've all comes in the PA. How do that like $4 of like return on investment does come as something? Consider like this. You are providing, consider the next company is there. The next company is providing for their employees. Set of well-being sessions like meditation, yoga, therapy sessions, Zumba, Pilates, emotional intelligence sessions, stress management workshops. On this thing, consider like these are like 78 varieties of sessions that what they are carrying. Now, what happens is that if you are able to engage your employees in those sessions, what ideally happens is that in an ideal scenario, what happens is that these people will not use their insurance offering because they not fall sick easily because they are doing all this activity, they are doing physical activities, they are getting the attending the stress parallel workup, they know how to handle the stress. They have their mentor, they have their therapist, they have their psychologist to support them whenever they need. If they're not going for insurance, just consider the next year. If somebody uses, consider like in an organization, there's no 100 to 100 people. I will be wrong with this thing. But again, consider 100 to 100 people are there. If somebody like is 10 to 50 people are using, what is going to be your premium for the next year? Okay, that's again a question. And that is also if your employees are being active, they are physically fit and they are mentally fit. One thing what happens is that retention. They don't leave your organization. Why do people have to think? Why do organizations have to think about retention? The main reason is the cost of hiring is much higher than retaining your employees.
True.
Because if you hire a new employee, you need to train the culture. You need to train the subject. You need to introduce team, build the team around with them. This will take a 3 months to 4 months of time. All these things will cost you a lot. Instead of just hiring them, instead of retaining it at work.
Employment. Time is very much invested.
Exactly. And this insurance part will go and burnout issues. When people take that burnout and everything, you see people taking the leave. Take their leaves. They'll apply for frequent leaves. They feel like I want to work in the organization. Or they'll over push. Like when I tell over push, they want to make other people understand that they are doing really good. Such that at least they'll get their respect. Either they'll do this extreme or they'll do that extreme, which will make them fall for burnout a lot. Once they get to that situation of burnout, for every reason, whatever it's happening, they'll put work-life as the main reason. It's not a mistake, that's how mind works. If the mind is able to figure out this is what the negative thing, what's happening with me, for everything we'll figure out what is the reason. That is what I suggest companies. If you retain your employees, you are doing it better when it comes to the revenue part of it. The second thing, how do you retain? Provide extra things like what extra works. For example, there are companies who will give to that individual.
Yeah.
There are companies like who does it. And there are companies like who will have 3 months off-site. There are companies that will invest in the well-being. There are companies that will invest in mental health at all. There are companies that who does workshops at all. And above all, there are companies like where the culture is very open, where there is no resisting, where there is no that what kind of an invisible membrane between managers and between employees. There is no invisible membrane. There is an invisible membrane between the founders and the employees. You are making your employees a common entities. That also helps to retaining your employees. But if you retain the employees, that's where your revenue is. That's where you sustain, that's where you grow your revenue. And that is something like what I think companies are not seeing. They're not understanding this is the return on investment that they are putting money into well-being of. Unless and until they don't get that numbers, because by the end of it, I have heard, to be very honest, from many CEOs or from many owners or founders and directors. Tharun, the money what you're putting, we are not able to find the numbers as a return on investment. They're not able to see that.
Okay.
And this is one thing. And second thing, recently I came to know from different perspectives of people who are having this other thing. That the other reason why companies are not adapting is something. Consider a founder as like 50 years, 60 years, 45 to 50 years or something. For them, well-being and mental health, when they were in their 20s, is not as much as pushed as what we are pushing right
today.
Okay.
So they are tired already.
Exactly.
Exhausted.
They have already experienced all these things. But they never feel that they are feeling burnout, mental health issues.
They don't know that. The definitions have come recently.
Exactly.
Correct. They don't.
So when you are that kind of thing also, like many people have told me, since that age gap, or I don't think age gap, the generation gap is also one of the reasons. Because one of the typical things, like for example, but this is a very common thing, right? This might sound funny also. That as if we're telling to our parents, Mom, I'm not feeling good. Something, I don't know what's happening, but I'm feeling so good. Can we feel that? Okay, go now, take that. That's the solution.
Yes.
That's a typical solution.
Typical solution we give, yeah.
Or that we'll look, come out, like come, we'll go and have something and come. If we not come, we'll go out to be fine. Because our parents does not, I don't know, it does not know.
They have been in that situation very much, so that they don't know, they don't realize that they are under stress.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And for them, it's very common that this is what they're saying there.
This happens.
This happens.
This happens.
And this solution is something what you work for us also is what it's this is I think it's something very, very new to many people also. It is how many parents you tell like if you have not seen something about how many parents are ready to send their child for a therapy?
No, I think India is started but not very common. It's not a common practice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Many people does not.
Yeah.
But still India is not cosmopolitan. I don't this is my understanding at least that India is developing rapidly, but we are not filled with metropolitan cosmopolitan. Our complete economy is driven by that though. Because those are because we're connected to very far. But in our developed consumers. Then with then whatever we are doing this also. Everything. There is just be consumed by a tier 2.
Correct.
Or a tier 1.
Correct.
Very, very less cosmopolitan or metropolitan.
Sure.
And again, that is what I'm understanding, like how parents have like see this specific issue.
Specification. They don't see it as an issue. Yeah. Sure.
And how companies actually see this. So one sad part is that many companies does this really only for the sake of career.
Okay.
So for example, I'll give you this. For example, you have heard about POSH. For a richer sexual harassment at workplace. This is mandatory thing for any company having more than 10 employees in India.
Okay.
Since it's a mandate by the government, people have to check this.
Okay.
There's no checklist.
Okay.
Whereas well-being, you don't have a checklist.
For
You may have it or you may not have it. Right now, everybody knows mental health. Everybody knows it was the well-being. But how many people take it? And many people want it. And yes, sir, until well-being and mental health is not with the stage of need, the adoption will become very, very difficult. And the main problem is the how many approaches are there in India? Very many those people to the population, how many people they are. Very good things.
Well, there is no scope of it.
Exactly.
People are not going forward.
Going forward.
Yeah.
And right now, yes, people are just
Started.
We have seen in the last 2 years, we do have seen a lot of interaction, a lot of happening with our psychologists, with our therapists, from the guide side, from the audience side, and everything. Because I think so, outside of gadgets, throughout social media, all this stuff, is also impacting mental health a lot. What we are consuming, what content we are consuming.
That plays a big role.
So all these things are very many interrelated parts of it. And how do you make sure that it's not happening? And for again, the companies also saying for them, like what? By the end of it, what? Only metric what? I won't tell every company, good number of companies, for many people, by the end of it, revenue metric is something what they care about. Okay. So there are no companies that were like my revenue is not important, my employees are more important. For at least I can tell like very few companies who tell that. And it's swings to the both ways, like this is what it happens in the market. So unless and until your revenue metric is so important, if the revenue metric is so important, we have been suggesting, we have been pushing people, the companies that go for understand why you need to take care of employees. Why you need to put that well-being as a forefront of it. Then automatically your employees will not go anywhere. I have actually listened to a case study from one of our clients.
Okay.
These people, there's a company like what a developer wants to put to the other company because they are giving more package.
Okay.
Common thing. People do need for a better package, for a better opportunity. That's not wrong at all. And again, this company is giving well-being. It's giving insurance. Is recently like his mother has to go some surgery on there. This insurance has lived.
Okay.
All those things. The company which he wants to go, that's a pretty young startup.
They won't give.
They don't have all that works.
Correct.
Make and all these things.
Correct.
That made him to stay here.
True. That's very true. We have seen that when
Exactly. That made him to stay here because he understood it. What is importance of well-being and what is importance of all these things. And that is how people or the companies can when I move out of the crowd, you stand out. See, by the end of it, like, if you want to attract the best hire, you need to be standing out, right?
True.
So if you want to stand out, like, you need to do something better from others. And how do you do better from others? One of my love is the well-being.
Well,
I don't tell the only thing, definitely, I would tell you the top 2 well-being would be there for sure. And in India, it's growing rapidly.
okay.
People are so many people who came out, right? Like, who are actually promoting well-being a lot. Who are talking, there are free sessions I was in Kaban Bagh. And every the one and be coming free sessions in Kaban Bagh for whoever wants to join, they could come and join. Hey, so all those things, because by the end of it, as being a conversation, starting with the conversation I mentioned, it's about the value creation. Create the value automatically,
People will
people
join you.
So that is something what we are willing to do.
Sure. My last question would be, what advice would you give to the young startups who are founders who are doing that, and how they can prevent themselves from the burnout and extreme hustle? So, and how do you think that you can promote a better well-being? They can promote better well-being. Yeah.
As I've mentioned in this beginning of conversation, like, even I did not means of appreciate where I can give advice, but since I've been in the industry way been, what I've observed and what has worked for companies is that we're starting with engage. And first making sure that founders are healthy. That is very, very important for any startup. Which means founders has to follow certain things in themselves, like having good amount of sleep, having good diet, having good sleep cycle, having good food at the right time, having that work-life balance, like bifurcating that what is work and what is life and everything. And again, at the same time, whenever we're starting a startup, founder or something, they did me a bootstrap startup or a funded startup, whatever it is. I know the initial 1 or 2 years, it will 3 years also, it's going to be great hustle for them because they are the ones who will reach to where every hat possible. They need to sell, they need to market, they need to speak with investors, they need to close the deals, they need to get the leads, everything in front of it. And these are the certain cases like where well-being becomes very, very difficult. But whatever is at least one request, this is not an advice or something, this is a request for every startup owner or something, take enough rest. Take enough rest, take enough sleep, take good diet. This is not at all an advice because I am trying to next there. There's an advice to myself, but a request to every founder out there is that get good sleep, get good diet. I do some physical activities, play some sports. Because what happens with the sports, right? You normally may engage your own company. I'm especially talking about startup. I'm talking about like less than 100 or less than 50. Because they look at all good even when they play sport. We go on with it because to be really honest, whenever I speak to any company, employees or something, right, what they remember the most way, what is the best moment like what they have? They're going to tell you these are their best moments. And these best moments are what they're going to capture in their life is what helps your company in when you grow. And that is the reason these are all very, very important. And this is something which goes hand in hand. I think one of the main things what happening in India is out there, well-being, I don't know, somehow it is becoming top-down approach. When it is top-down approach, employees want to see their founders are taking it. It is coming from the founders. Rather than the bottom-up approach. Rather than the bottom-up approach, what happens is that you go talk to an HR or talk to like people leader, when you tell, or your friend is working in an organization, that employee will get to people leader, that people leader will take up to the management, and the management will see. Management will see many of the time that's like a costing incurred for them. Rather than like seeing like it's going to be a great return on investment, like what I've said prior. So many of the times, if employee well-being can be a proper approach, it will be definitely successful then. And at least the stats tell you that the retention is very much higher when really founders are really interested in well-being of employees. If they are not interested, if they're just doing for the name sake of it, that's not way the way. They have to be interested in this. They have to believe in this thing. They have to trust with this well-being. and they have to put it realistic. Not only money, I would tell money yes, time more. That is where it actually values a lot. And I would tell there's a request from my side for every founder out there, especially startup founder here.
Okay, and what do you think? I think this culture is different in India and different in UK or the other countries. So what is your opinion on that? Like, why it is different for them, why it works for them, and why not for us? Why we are juggling along?
See, we are as a pro we are in we are conceptual economy. We are developing it, but born in 1985. From that, in social studies, I'm only reading them. We are developing them, we are developing them. Now also everybody reads a developing about it. The only thing is that what they would have added is something that are rapidly growing economy. We are this much. We're in the top 5 of world's largest economies, fastest growing economies, and all these things. And by the end of it, there is service led economy. There is agriculture led economy. Okay, there is a production led economy. So what happens is that the names whatever you have told, UK, US, all these things, they're developed nations. What happens with developed nations is something. The amount of money what a government puts in, right? It will not go in the welfare of much will not go in the welfare. Okay. But whereas for countries like India, government has to put a lot of money into the welfare of the people and everything. This what happens is that the services you give a lot of money, you want people to spend. And when they spend, the economy grows. There's a cycle. What happens? Whereas in a developed nation, there are so many other things to do. Infrastructure is already there. Tech is already there. Many things are already there. For them, priority becomes everything.
True. Luxury.
Okay, whereas for us, well-being is for privileged people. That is something very, very different notion, like what Western world that has versus nature versus we has it. So, for example, just consider like this: in US companies, there is a specific budget allocated for well-being of employees.
True.
That is clearly there. For every employee, is the budget what they are allocating for their employee well-being. They can disperse this amount like in whatever the way they want. Some people use it, they take that off, and they buy something. All these different ways like what companies have come. Whereas for a country like India, then we are growing. Well-being is not become a priority. Well-being in India is only for privilege. This is a very hard statement what I've heard from people. But that is where Wanderfly is working that it's not only for privilege. Because everybody is putting their hours. Everybody is clocking their hours. Everybody should get those understanding of what is well-being, why it is important and everything. That is the reason like awareness is something what we are trying to do a lot. But again, then it's again the adoption part, the adaptation part, whatever companies or the employees little they can do it. Whereas if you see the Western employees also, they're very vocal. They're very vocal.
Very vocal.
They're not that much vocal. How, to be honest with you, or you can also think about yourself in your organization also. How many people can be very vocal telling that this is something I can't do? This is something like out of my scope. This is something like I don't want to be. This is something a big no for me. No, we don't do
1% people are there, but they're also like pressured by the higher management. You can say,
exactly. That is what. So telling no is a skill. Those people have like mastered it.
Yeah, and that is acknowledged by those people also. Like it's been valued there.
Because in Europe, there are, I forgot the country. I think some country. Sorry for my forgetfulness. Is that there are companies who have this. You are not supposed to call after working hours. You're not supposed to mail them.
It's a rule over there. Law.
It's a law.
Yeah.
You don't. That's a big legal offense.
Yeah.
Wait, do you think that will happen in India?
Never. I don't. It's a long way. Yeah.
It's a very long way. It is why I don't want to tell never, but it's very the long way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't suggest completely doing that as well. But at least understanding the boundaries, as I mentioned, is very by our conversation. Well-being comes with boundaries. Well-being comes with understandings. So that is something that what companies, employees, people impact. And it's happening. I hope it will happen in the coming years. So we are in the journey. Whatever we can contribute, we will contribute from our side, whether it be through our awareness part, whether it be providing sessions, all these things. Because right now, like, we are also rapidly unable to get in touch with companies. We want to provide these wellbeing sessions for their employees, all this thing. Right now, we have built our tech also. That again helps with calculating stress levels, psychometric analysis. It has the bank check-ins. We want to give a complete report for the employee, telling them how is the complete profile of the organization. Based on the complete profile of the organization, we want to design well-being programs just specifically designed for that stress levels in the organization. Because we want to grow in such a manner where we have data back. We want to grow in such a way that like where we are not randomly giving or telling that this is number of therapies what we want to give to take in a way give for it was now we don't want to do like that. We want to create awareness. And how do we create awareness? First of all, making people understand whether they have stress or not. If they don't know whether they have stress or not, there's no point. Nobody is going to take it. If I don't measure like I need to go for therapy, then I'm not going. Because nobody's telling me that, bro, this is what's happening with you. So that is something that what we're trying to from that journey.
Okay.
Try to create awareness through our tech, through our reports, and then giving our trainers, sending them, doing wellbeing sessions for us. Let it be offline, online, whatever it is. And the teachers, workshops. All this end to end of it. But the end of it, our goal is very simple. Employees should be able to talk openly about underlying. If you ask me, what's the goal? This will be my primary goal in the coming years, wherein Wanderfly should play a bigger role for employees, for organizations to vocally talk about mental health. They should not feel like whatever. They should not have that stigma. They should not have that issue of like, what other people think. You want to make it normal talk. I'm going to tell that should be normal talk.
Normal terms.
Bro, this time I can't come because I need to go and visit my therapist. So my vision is that people should be able to tell it openly. That is something like what I want to do.
Okay.
Because that should not be like again comes with the stigma telling her what my personal thing, what life they will do.
That is a very big
Very big stigma like what people
will judge us.
People will judge. So I do not think that like I want to get into the organization in such a way that like where I want the founders to be vocal about mental health. I want them to tell employees to take leave. On this specific thing, I want to tell you about a company called Springworks. Springworks is very, very close to my heart, very, very close to my my business as well. One of the bigger personalities outside my network is something like who I look up to a lot is Karthik. Karthik was CEO of Springworks. He's I just can't tell him he's only mentor for me, much more than for me because he's a person who whenever I need him, like he gives me that valuable things for me. He teaches me, just like this is what I have to do. This is not what they're very wrong. There's their businesses. There's their way of the paths and break. We met very, very less times. Whenever there's an event happening, that's where like, I get a chance to meet him. He's a person like who have actually made me learn a lot. And especially his own company. It's a remote first company. Springworks is a remote first company. Where I think yesterday only they came up with a policy telling that there is no probation.
Okay.
For example, if somebody is joining today, they are considered as full-time employee. They have cancelled the probation.
Oh, really?
That is one thing.
Okay.
Second thing, they give salaries upfront. For example, if you want some salary, 2 months salary, 3 months salary, you want before prior itself, or something similar in the same space, you can take it.
Okay.
Okay. You get that because for him, first Springworks employees are made priority. He tells me, but we told at the end, I remember this very, very thing. What is well-being according to him is that if I want to play badminton at 5 o'clock in the evening, I should go and play. I should not think about everything. Okay, that is something what I love from Springworks. And that is one of the companies what I look up to, what I see like they built a very good culture.
Okay.
People will work from anywhere. they help their employees. There's no concept of like you can't work in any other, you can't work on an idea or something.
Mm-hmm.
Their own employees have started their cafe in some Himachal or something,
Okay.
where the CEO himself, Karthik himself, puts on LinkedIn telling them my employer started this.
That's great.
That is the level of support like what is given to the employees.
Mm-hmm.
See, and how it's happening when it's coming from top down. He's a CEO.
Mm-hmm.
He has a vision. He is doing that for his employees.
Mm-hmm.
That is not a request for every employee, but for every founder. They need to get that first understanding of like, this is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what I really remember exactly. Because the question what you have asked actually caught exactly the conversation what we had prior with.
Okay.
So it was a really learning. So thanks so much, Rakhi, for you. I hope I know this is you have mentioned in the second podcast like what you are doing. I hope this podcast grows into hundreds of thousands for sure.
Yeah.
Because I get a lot of guests here. And what I believe is like I know that you're part of value creation. If you want to give more to the audience and everything. Definitely if you're in the same journey, definitely gonna get a lot of people wanting to see you, wanting to meet you, wanting to learn from you. So in that case, I just hope like the subscribers will like you so much.
Thank you so much, Tharun. Thank you so much for this trip.
Thank you so much for joining us, Tharun, and our listeners. Take care of yourselves and remember, success without well-being means nothing. See you in the next episode.